With the great wealth contained in America, why can't we help everyone? Why are so many Americans still in poverty? Why can't the government step up and make a change? To the American left, there is no answer to that question. We can change things, and the government ought to step up and do it. The truth is different. Let's look at history. In May 1964, President Lyndon Johnson laid out his plan to build the Great Society, assembling the best thought and broadest knowledge from all over the world to totally eliminate poverty. With that goal at its forefront, under Johnson, the government underwent the largest expansion in its history. Did it work? The poverty rate in the U.S. was dropping in the years before the Great Society, but the official poverty rate for the average American as of 2014 was higher than it was in the late 60s. In 2012, more than 90 million Americans accepted aid from government anti-poverty programs. Worse, nearly twice as many Americans above the poverty line as below it used those programs. And what effect has that welfare had on our population? As economists say, you get more of what you subsidize. When you subsidize joblessness, you get more of it. In the years before the Great Society, the number of Americans working or seeking work was rising. In 1964, 80.6% of men over the age of 20 were employed. 50 years later, that dropped to 67.6%. Fewer than 16% of such men in 1964 neither had work nor were looking for it. 50 years later, 28%. Similarly, if you subsidize single motherhood, as some Great Society welfare programs have, you get more of it. In 1965, only 7.7% of births belonged to unmarried women. In 2012, 40%. President Johnson said in 1964, "We are not content to accept the endless growth of relief rolls or welfare rolls. Our American answer to poverty is not to make the poor more secure in their poverty, but to reach down and to help them lift themselves out of the ruts of poverty." He failed. Luckily, being in poverty today doesn't mean what it did in the 1960s. Those the government measures as in poverty today are much more likely to own a vehicle, have a refrigerator, dishwasher, washer and dryer, microwave, and other appliances, and have a computer and internet. All products that have been made drastically cheaper and more plentiful by free markets. Just as socialism made poverty worse in the Soviet Union, socialism has already made poverty worse here at home. We can keep trying what we know has failed, or we can keep trying what we know works. I'm Sarah Lee. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.